with me, of course, the self-proclaimed king of the world, Edward Dawes-Dawley.
Good to be here.
Dawes, we saw Straight Outta Compton a couple of days ago.
Oh, yeah.
This was a movie that we've been looking forward to a lot. It's been produced by Ice Cube and Dr. Dre himself. What do you like first?
The last surviving members.
Exactly.
Just kidding.
No, MCN's still up.
I know. That's right.
What did you think, like, going into the film? Like, what were you expecting? Like,
Well, because it came out a little later here in Australia,
yeah.
We'd already gotten a good taste of the
Some
reviews and
reviews, yeah.
stuff, and it was sitting at a pretty comfortable, like 90% kind of scale as a consensus. And so I was like, oh, I'm sure this would be good, but like, for me personally, I didn't expect it to be that good. But
neither.
It was.
It was excellent.
It was
excellent.
really good.
I think definitely has to be awarded to the actors of those three.
Okay, Ice Cube's son
O'Shea Jackson Jr.
is
excellent. He's so good. He looks exactly like
he looks
Ice Cube.
identical to Ice Cube, which is weird. It's not like he's his brother or anything. He is his son. And
Yeah.
he looks identical.
Exactly. And like he says,
Sounds the same. And obviously he wasn't singing the songs, but
some of them he were. Like,
I'm sure maybe some of the
you could
freestyle
tell-
stuff.
Yeah, you could tell when Ice Cube's voice came in.
But oh my god, like and the guy playing Eazy-E.
Oh, Jason Mitchell. He was exceptional. I think Easy absolutely took this movie. I thought like Ice Cube, like all three of them were awesome. Ice Cube.
Yeah, I was blown away by how good they were at their parts. Like,
exactly. Like
I was like, holy shit! I feel like I'm there.
I think Jason Mitchell had the hardest task to play Easy as well, and he killed it.
Yeah, you've got a certain
because those like
reputation.
those the Corey Hawkins he played Dr. Dre, and
He was good, but I feel he took backseat to Cube and Easy just a
Yes.
little bit more, as did to a further extent.
I'm saying like
Ren and DJ Yella.
Yeah.
So
like
unfortunately,
yeah, O'Shea and Corey they had Ice Cube and Dr. Dre to go to and ask questions about how their character acted.
yeah, exactly.
Jason Mitchell didn't. Jason Mitchell had their family and stuff to tell him stories and like how he acted and stuff like that. But he had a tough job, and he had some of the toughest scenes. Like this movie was just such a good rendition of what those people went through and arguably still go through today.
Yeah, that was one thing that we noticed was it's not just about their struggle, but how they portray the struggle of all African Americans during that time, late 80s LA. It's pretty confronting, actually.
It's
at
really
times.
confronting.
And we made the point of that. It still is a problem today, not to the same extent, of course, but in certain occasions. But like, oh my god, man, I didn't obviously we weren't born by then, but the Rodney King riots, I had no idea how significant they were.
Exactly. And that's a really big major part. In this
so it
movie.
wasn't just focused solely around them; it was the cause they were fighting for, which was really good.
But I like this movie. It's broken up into two parts. The first part's all about how they rose to become
NWA,
and all the music scenes.
no whites allowed.
And
How ironic is this review? Like
Yeah,
two
it's-
whitest motherfuckers.
but the second half of the movie, it's all about like the fallout of those characters.
That took me off guard a little bit. Just the fact how early the group disintegrated.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I didn't know
Cube was leaving. I'm like, oh, they're gonna make up. Like,
Cube
it's a movie. There'll be a happy ending. It's
Cube
like
left on his own word. I like that.
now there's one scene because we'll make this a spoiler-free discussion. But
Yeah.
when he enters a certain
Established-
high-rankings office and
Yeah. It's in the
shows him
trailer.
who's in charge. Oh, does he?
Yeah, but like you just see like a scene of it. Like you don't know what's happening in it, but like
Let's just say, Priority Records get their priorities straight.
that scene is actually so good. Same with No Vaseline scene. That was one of my favorites.
Oh, dude, and when they come charging out of the hotel room with their
Oh, it's so,
chasing away that. Anyway,
yeah.
we don't want to.
Yeah,
we
we
won't
don't
say too
wanna-
much.
this movie is just
Oh,
excellent. It's
Surely
just,
people have seen it by now. It's been out
yeah.
for a while now, but
it's just an excellent movie.
Yeah.
It's done so well. Like the whole story of how these people basically saw the police brutality that they were witnessing themselves, how they were like pushed to the ground in front of their recording studio, thinking that they were part of a gang that were hustling drugs. Then
they made us really like the character of oh my god, I'm blanking on his name now.
Jerry Heller.
Yep, Jerry Heller, played by Paul Giamatti. they made us really like his character, or at least I did at first.
At first, yes.
He really believed in these guys.
He was fundamental
and like,
to their name creation.
He was. Yeah, you can't really deny it, despite the fallout they have. But yeah, the way he acted in that scene with the policeman, I'm sure that happened in real life. Like, I doubt Jerry Harrow himself had too much consultation on the film.
But yeah, that was what made me start to like.
So it's just like, he really believes in these guys. You know, he's not gonna. He's not going to stand by with this racial profiling.
Yeah, he's up for their cause as well. Like, he absolutely agrees with everything that they stand for.
Which was a good change of pace. But, oh my God, that scene was annoying because that was that older black cop as well.
Yeah.
Who's giving them shit. It's like, dude.
Yeah. But, like, that's part of their song. That says,
it is part of the thing. It's just like, they're dressed like gangbangers, man. It's just like, you can't do that because of the way they dress.
Exactly.
Can't do it.
It's really good. Just everything that they go through. Even like what Easy went through in particular, and then the fallout of these three friends, and then it ends with, I'll say it ends with the creation of Aftermath, Dr. Dre's record company.
Yeah.
It's just such a
breaks away from
narrative.
Suge. You know, it's just
the direction by F. Gary Gray. He also did Friday.
That's a serious. I love Friday, but a serious step up.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! When you told me it was the guy who did Friday, I was like, damn. I was like, shit. What else has he done besides Friday, real quick? Do we know? Oh, I don't know.
Not off the top of my head. Sorry.
He's obviously this is a massive break for him.
This is his most excellent film.
Yeah.
But I just think the whole direction, like each star wanted this movie to be great. I think that being produced by Dre and Ice Cube, they got the direction right. They got what they wanted to say outright. There has been stories that there were parts that were like...
Yeah, I was about to say stuff that were exempt from the film, so to speak. You know, like...
Dr. Dre?
Yeah, certain assault cases, which, I mean, I guess, you've only really seen the film being criticised for its historical inaccuracies.
Yeah.
Not so much the actual filmmaking, which is pretty good because it just goes to show how much of a phenomenal film it is. And so in telling a story, it really flew by as well. It's a 2.5 hour film.
Yeah.
And it flew. I was like,
incredible.
whoa.
Pacing is incredible.
I was like, when it finished, I was like, that was not 2.5 hours, but...
Then we got the the news report come out and say that there's going to be a Death Row Records.
Oh yeah, it's a rumor, but I mean, knowing the success, it's probably going to happen.
It's going to happen.
And we're going to see it.
Exactly.
Of course.
So, Dulls, what would you give this out of 10?
Well, I'd agree with your review that's been put up on the site a while ago now. 9 out of 10.
www.waywardreview.com. Anyway, Dulls. Thanks very much for listening. Have a good day.